Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to call this Savory Saturday. I think it's fast becoming one of my favorite segments on the channel, and that's because I love to eat. And so if you're not familiar, as promised, I'm going to be making some superhero muffins. There's 3 different versions from the book, Run Fast, Cook Fast, Eat Slow. The version that I'm making is with carrots and apples and walnuts. But there are a couple other choices in here if you so choose or want to dive into that. So I'm just going to jump right into it. First thing I'm going to do is just read off the ingredients, and then we're going to walk through the process together. So to make these, you're going to need 2 cups of almond meal or almond flour or something gluten-free if that's an issue for you. 1.5 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half teaspoon of sea salt, fine sea salt, half a cup of walnuts. Now you could use raisins, chocolate chips. I think chocolate chips might be what I have to flavor them the next time I do this, but today I'm going to be using walnuts. 3 eggs, 1 cup of grated Granny Smith apples, 1 cup of grated carrots, 6 tablespoons of unsalted melted butter, and a half a cup of honey. So we're going to sweeten it with some honey. So these sound so good. We can't wait to get into it. All right, so for prep work, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Make sure the rack is in the center of the oven so it bakes evenly. And you're going to want to have some, of course, muffin tins prepared. So I've got my liners already in. It does make 12 in total. And I don't know all the nutritional facts, but I will compile all that for you and put it in post so you can see, the calorie count, carbs, protein, that kind of stuff. Okay, so you're going to need 2 different bowls. Basically, we're going to mix our dry ingredients in one bowl and our wet ingredients in the other bowl. I'm going to put my dry ingredients in the bigger of the 2. I think that'll just make it a little bit easier when I go to combine them and then, scoop the muffin batter into the pans. So in bowl number 1, we got our almond meal. Again, 2 cups of that. Hopefully this can go a little faster today because I did a little more prep work than I've done in the past. And then hopefully my bowls are going to be big enough. All right, and then 1.5 cups of rolled oats. And then, of course, we have our cinnamon and our baking soda and our salt. And then our chopped walnuts. I already chopped these, so we're good to go there. I just need to mix all this together. Whew, this bowl is going to be barely big enough, I think. And then from here, I'm just going to kind of mix this around a little bit. I might as well do this right now before we move on to the wet ingredients. Make sure we get all that baking soda mixed in the entire batter or into the mixture. Okay. That's looking pretty good. So let's look at bowl number 2. So here I need to put in our eggs. Again, we have 3 eggs and our apples. Now these, believe it or not, so what I did is I didn't grate these. I did it initially, but it turned out to be more apple sauce when I grated them because my grater it's just too fine for that. So I ended up just cubing these up, and I think that'll be just fine. And then our carrots, I did grate the carrots, but again, my grater is pretty fine, so they kind of got a little bit mushy. I think it'll still be fine though. At least I hope it is. All right, got our carrots in there. And let's see, and then we also need our melted butter, which I've done already. Some honey. Oh, honey. Let's see. Get a little spoon here to help me get this out of there a little faster. Honey makes a great sweetener. Okay, got our honey in there. Some sticky goodness. Let's see, and then let's just mix this up. Now, I think I'm going to start with a fork and see how that goes. I was going to use my whisker, but I think that honey might stick to it a little more than I want. But we'll see. You know, I'm hoping that this all fits in that bowl. Might have to find a bigger bowl or pan to put this in. We'll see how this goes. I may have to fade the black for a minute, but we'll see. If not, we're just gonna keep pushing on. Okay, got that all mixed up. So let's combine the two as that's the next step. And then from there, we're just gonna spoon them into our muffin tins. Okay, so let's put all this in here. Oh, it sure looks good. It smells good too. That honey really smells good. I'm gonna use my spoon for now. Guess I'm really not gonna use my whisker. I got this out for no reason. Sometimes I feel like it's, you know, ready, fire, aim. Let's do this, right? So, oh boy. Savory Saturdays. I'm liking that. I think I might keep that name for these videos. Oh, it's mixing up so good. I did already preheat the oven. I heard that beep a little bit ago. I guess I got some dry ingredients here. Still kind of stuck at the bottom. Superhero muffins. Honestly, I think this is one of the reasons I bought this cookbook. It's just to make these. I do like my snacks during the day, and this seems like a really healthy one. Okay, hey, that's looking pretty good. Check it out. All right. Oh, and the sunshine that's coming in, I decided not to pull the shades today just because it's been so cold and it's so nice to see the sunshine. I didn't want to block it out, so hopefully it's not going to interfere with the camera work here. All right, so now we just need to spoon it in. Now, I'm going to fill these up right to the brim according to the direction. Hopefully, this says it makes 12, but you know what? Maybe they had bigger muffin tins. I think I'm going to end up with more than 12 here, but that's okay if we do. Ooh, I really filled these up. I'll get you a better look at these here in just a second. All right, take a look at that. They are overflowing in those muffin pans. So hopefully it's not going to end up being one big muffin. We're about to find out. So now we need to stick them in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And then so let's just, of course, let them cool completely before enjoying our muffins. All right, let's stick them in the oven. Set it for 25 minutes. I'll check them, see how well they're doing. Ooh, man, these smell delicious and they look delicious. Can't wait to enjoy them, dig right in. I do need to let them cool for a few minutes, but while I'm letting them cool, I'll just share with you some of the nutritional facts. I did go ahead and input all that information and gather it for you. So each one of these, so it makes 12, has about 429 calories. It has a whopping 61.9 carbs and about 9 grams of protein. So, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, sometimes I like to have bagels before I go out for, you know, big run, whether it's a long run or right before a race, you know, right before running a marathon. This might be a really good alternative to that. You know, bagels have about, 350, 380 calories with roughly 50 grams of carbs, maybe, you know, 10 grams of protein. So I think the superhero muffins kind of beating the bagels out in the overall nutrition, the kinds of things that are going to help me get to the finish line. So, all right, so I got my coffee going. I'm going to let these cool for a few minutes, and then I'm going to dig in. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Run Tall with Tim.